Hello YouTube, K's Garage here. I'm doing a tutorial video on how to change the spark plugs, distributor, cap, and rotor, and spark plug wires on a 1995 GMC Jimmy. The one that we're working here with has the 4.3 liter V6, and it has the spark plugs in the right underneath the exhaust manifolds. So a lot of you might wonder how you go about changing these. As you can see, there's the distributor, cap, and rotor, and then the wires go all the way down there. I mean, you can change them from up here, but what is easier is if you go underneath, jack the car up in the middle, so that way the frame will, or the whole body will come up away from the tires. And then if you look right here, there is spark plug and spark plug wires. They're like L-shaped for the most part. So the firing order, I'll post that in the video, but I mean, for the most part, it's pretty simple. If you mess up, you just change the wire. Not really hard. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get the tools ready, pull all the wires off, and then pretty much show you how to remove the spark plugs, what tools you'll need, what sizes you'll need, pretty much like that. Alright, I went ahead and removed all the wires. So the firing order, if you're looking at the motor, is odd even. So it's 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6. And the way all the wiring is set up is some of the cap, like from this side right here, go over to that side, and some from that side go to this side. So you gotta pay attention to the picture I post, so that way you don't cross them. And I'm actually not doing the distributor. It wasn't purchased, so I'm just doing this for my mother-in-law. So just the cap and rotor, spark plugs and wires. There was a really bad misfire, so we're just hoping to take care of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on the spark plugs. Okay, so you're gonna need a 5/8 socket, preferably with the little rubber grommet in there. I don't know if you can see, it's hard to focus on it. There it is. It's a little rubber grommet, that way it's a little easier to take out, but since they are side mounted spark plugs, they're pretty easy. Watch out. So, like I said, make sure you jack it up. And then, okay, so right now, it's a little too long since they're angled down. So I'm gonna have to remove one of the extensions. Okay, so I had to take off quite a few extensions. As you can see, I had to take off two like 4-inch extensions. So I don't have that much leverage to work with, but I mean, if you have some strength, you can get at these. So you're just gonna pretty much just take them out. I mean, lefty loosey, righty tighty. So as you can see, it's pretty bad. It's bent sideways, so this could be, just the spark plugs could be the issue of this misfire. But since I am doing this, the cap and rotor would not hurt. Neither would a distributor, but like I said, this was not purchased. So spark plug looks like that, you definitely have some misfire issues. So I'll go ahead and remove all the other ones, and then I'll install them, and then I'll show you how to take off the cap and rotor. Alright, as you can see, spark plugs are removed. They're removed on both sides. I'm just going to show you one. The other side's actually going to be quite a hard, actually I'll show you the other side as well. So the other side's going to be a little hard if you don't have the right tools. I needed a, they're angled down, so that went, it had to go in straight like that, and it wouldn't work. So I had to get a flex socket wrench, and then right here you have to move these brake lines, or not brake lines, actually, yeah, I think they're brake lines. You have to move those out of the way. So then I'll show you after the install. Alright, so to remove the cap and the rotor, you're going to need a 5.5 millimeter socket. I'm using the socket screwdriver. As you can see, maybe not. Yep, there it is. So, sorry if there's too much glare. Come on, I'm trying to get it to focus. Okay, there we go. Well, anyways, I already took it off, but that right there, it's either a Phillips or a 5.5. So like on the new cap and rotor, or cap, you can just stick it on there. And you can actually see it's turning. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. There's one, there's just two. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn the phone sideways, so you might have to turn your computer or phone or whatever you're using sideways. Right there. There's the other one. Right there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just, sorry if that, no, I know it's upside down, but it is what it is. You can just either skim over that part, but I mean, you can see it with your naked eye. You just gotta get your head in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off the cap and rotor, and then I'll show you what the old one looks like versus the new one. Okay, so after you pull off the cap, the rotor is gonna be sitting on that little nipple. So you see how it has like the divot in there? So with that divot, you're gonna put that line right on there. So that line right there. I think a new distributor definitely is needed since how rusty it is. Okay, so can't really do it with one hand, but all you're gonna do is just match up those lines and push it on there, make sure it's nice and snug. I'll show you what it looks like after I'm done. Okay, so that's all it looks like after you're done putting it on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back together and then put all the spark plugs and wires back on, and I'll start it up, see what it sounds like, see how it runs. Okay, like I said, I was gonna show you guys, I almost forgot. But you can see there's like a little bit of corrosion on the firing for the spark plugs, or the spark plug wires that go to the spark plugs, whatever. So it is a good thing that they got a new one. So like I said, just gonna put it back together and then hope it runs great. It's got like 270,000 miles on it, so I mean, it's still running pretty good. I had to do a heater core in this and stuff, so new hood latch, new hood wiring. I had to run the whole new hood wire out to the thing because it broke. I had to rewire the stereo system. Had to fix the bumper because that was falling off. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good truck. It's like the all-wheel drive model. So all right, spark plugs all ran. Now I'm just gonna start it up, see how it sounds. Here, hold it. Hey, what are you doing? God, I hate this car. Let's pause it. Alright, moment of truth. Looks like it works. It's idling properly so far. When it was misfiring, at cold start, it was idling about 500 RPMs. So far so good. Sounds good, other than, you know, Sounds like there's a small exhaust leak. And a little bit of a tick. But I mean, it'll do the job for now. Alright, so I'm going to take it for a quick drive and then see how it does.